This right here is $100 bill. This is not one of those like fake Amazon $100 bills, or like this is just not a fake bill, okay? It's a real bill. And I wanted to prove something in this video. So if you just watch here, now look, I can already tell the comments that are coming right now. But I feel like I need to tattoo something in your brain, because most of you are starting businesses like dropshipping, like affiliate marketing, like Amazon, but you're starting from a mentality that's never gonna allow you to have more money. Like, why is it that some people do very well in dropshipping while others don't? It's not because like they know more. It's because of who they are and how they view money. So in this video, I'm literally gonna rewire your brain so that you see money as not something like super tight and so little, but something like as vast as the ocean, never ending. Like even in a recession, it's never ending. So here's the biggest misconception that for some reason people have. The less money you have, the better person you are. Because like if you have less money, you're not greedy, you're not ungrateful for what you have, and because having too much money means that you're just a little chodi who only thinks of themselves. But here's the thing, Habibi. If you actually think about it, money doesn't have a brain. It doesn't have morals. Like money is gonna go to an OnlyFans girl as fast as it's gonna go to like a doctor. One is obviously helping society, and another is like turning them into degenerates. But again, money does not have a conscience. It doesn't have morals. So just because you have money does not mean you're a good person, and just because you have money does not mean you're a bad person. Those things are not linked. I don't know why all of a sudden those two things are somehow linked now. And I'm saying especially this to my Muslim brothers, bro. Because for some reason, like my Muslim brothers, you guys think it's a bit haram when you have too much money. It's like, oh, I don't want greed to enter my heart. I don't want others to perceive me as one of those like wealthy people that are like too full of themselves. So like they literally put like a brake pedal on their life. So as a result, whatever opportunity comes to them, they subconsciously push it away. Because they think that I'm not supposed to be having too much money. So why did I actually rip the $100 bill? It's because, bro, most of you are viewing this thing as your God. Like, what's the worst sin in Islam? Associating partners with Allah. But you guys have been like having so much attachment to this little piece of paper, so much attachment and like emotions and stories around this thing. And you're starting to forget that it's literally just a piece of paper. Like, how is this piece of paper causing you so much anxiety, not allowing you to sleep at night? Like, it's so ridiculous. You've added so much importance to this, and where is this importance supposed to go to? Go back to Allah, not to this. Like, even some of you have come to such a point that I know for sure, you guys are gonna start commenting on my video. You're gonna be like, bro, why are you ripping a $100 bill when there's people busting their ass off just working for this thing right here? And that's exactly my point. Like, people from a young age, even me, we've been conditioned, like we've been taught to like become a slave to this. And now we're just living our entire life being run by this, which in reality, the government can just go and make more money. They can literally print more money. I know it's bad for the economy, but they still do it. So it should just show you. This right here is not where your attention is supposed to go. Instead, let me teach you a few things that honestly, like as soon as I learned these few things, it almost like removed the brake pedal off of my life, off of money, and it allowed money to just basically flow more into me. So there's this quote by, I think, Warren Buffett. He basically said, money is like an ocean. You can go to the ocean with a bucket, or you can go to the ocean with a teaspoon. Ocean doesn't care. So it's you who gets to pick. Do you want to come with a bucket or do you want to come with a teaspoon? Meaning, Pablo Escobar was able to make a bunch of money, and he wasn't like the best person in the world. He was just selling drugs. And Abdurrahman bin Auf, which is one of the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, he also made millions, but he was actually like one of the best people that walked on this earth. So money doesn't care. Money doesn't care if you're a prostitute. Money doesn't care if you're like a priest or a sheikh. Doesn't care. And again, money doesn't care if like you haven't been good to your mom for so long, or if you're the one that's basically helping your family pay the rent and all that stuff. It doesn't care. It's you who is putting those things in your brain. And because those things are in your brain, it's running your life. Now, obviously, you want to benefit society and do things in the halal way, but that's like for another topic right now. So the second thing is this formula that I learned from Alex Ramosi, and to this day, I still think about this formula. Because this entire formula just makes so much sense. Basically, money equals value times scale. Here's what this means. Value is just the value that you're adding to people's lives. So helping people lose weight is very valuable, and people want that, and they'll pay money for that. Selling drugs is very valuable. People want that, they'll pay money for that. Teaching people like a new language is valuable, and people want that. So again, they'll pay money for it. And value is not like what's only in your eyes. It's basically what's in the people's eyes that you're selling to. So for example, I'm pretty sure if you're watching my channel, you don't think drugs are valuable, which is good, alhamdulillah. But if you just take a visit to like Venezuela, for example, drugs became like a currency. But then anyway, so this is value. Scale is just the number of people. That's it, just a number of people. So for example, teaching someone a new language is very valuable, but the scale on that is just one, because you're only teaching one person. However, teaching an entire classroom a new language is still the same value, but it has more skill. So as a result, you make more money because the scale is higher. So think of it this way, okay? So a family doctor in Canada, they make around like $250,000 a year, around that. So because of that, let's just say their value is only a 5. And the scale for that is only 1 because that doctor is only helping one patient at a time. Now, a brain surgeon makes around like $600,000 a year, and that's because the value is like a 10. Like a brain surgeon is doing more what a family doctor would do. Like a family doctor is not going to do surgery on your brain. That thing's like super dangerous. It's only left for the brain surgeon, and as a result, their value is higher. But now look at this. The scale is still 1. So they both have the same skill, but one is providing more value, and as a result, he makes more money. But now look, compare that with a family doctor who makes YouTube videos and sells courses. So his value is still 5, the same as the other family doctor. But now look at this. The scale is like a 10. He's reaching the entire world because of YouTube. So the family doctor that's making videos on YouTube and selling courses, he's going to make at least $600,000 a year. So pretty much the same as like the brain surgeon. They have different values, but the family doctor has a lot more skill than the brain surgeon, so they'll make around the same. Again, brain surgeon has too much value, but not enough skill. Family doctor has less value, but way too much skill, so they make around the same. So you see, if you're providing like a 10 out of 10 value, and you have 10 out of 10 skill, you'll make the most money. But remember this, value is only valuable if the other person perceives it as valuable. Like, if right now my brain is healthy, which it is, I don't need to go and pay for like a brain surgeon. So to me, that has no value right now. But someone who's like having issues with their brain, going to a brain surgeon is very valuable for them, and they'll pay big money for that. Another example is this plushie cat toy or whatever this thing is. Like me personally, I don't view this as valuable, even though this is a very winning dropshipping product. But a Twitch streamer, when they see this, they're like, dang bro, this is so valuable. Because this makes them think, oh man, this is gonna make me look so cute in front of my audience, and then others are gonna start liking me and stuff like that. So to them, this thing is very valuable. So you see, again, you don't have to be a good person to know this stuff, and you don't even have to be a bad person to know this stuff too. This stuff just is. And now let me tell you a fake story that didn't happen, but this story is gonna drive home my third point. So just imagine you're like a salesman. You were told by the company that you have to sell this fire alarm to a bunch of people. So what you do is that you go door to door and you knock on everyone's door, and then eventually this like poor family's house, they open the door for you and they were like, come on in. So you go inside their house and you're like, dang, this house is so freaking poor. But you have like a certain goal per day to hit, like certain sales per day to hit. And so you were like, I gotta sell to these people. But the more you look at their house, the more you look at their faces and all that stuff, you're just like, I don't know, man, I don't think I can sell to these people. So what you do is that you go through your pitch, you basically tell them what the product is, what it does, and all that stuff, but you never say the actual pitch. You never sell it. So what happened is just that you packed your bags and you just left. But then like a week ago, all of a sudden you're looking at the news and stuff, and then you just see a house at the same neighborhood that you were in got burned. And everyone survived except the little daughter. Whose fault is that? Your fault, bro. Why didn't you freaking sell them the fire alarm? Again, this is a fake story. You don't have to get emotional. So what actually happened in this whole story, so the story is real, but apparently the ending is fake. But what actually happened, the real ending, is that the father, he was like, what are you freaking doing? Why aren't you selling me the actual fire alarm? And so the guy just told him, he was like, well, I don't know. I don't think you can afford it because like I see your house it looks pretty cheap. It looks like you can't even afford this. And then the father gets mad. He's like, who are you to tell me what I can buy and what I can't buy? So he just pulls out a freaking $1,000 and puts it in front of you. He's like, I'll buy the fire alarm. What I mean by that is that you have breaks in your life that don't allow you to get more money. And this is just one of the breaks. You think it's not good to sell. You think that if you sell something and you get someone's money, what happens is that they lost money and you added money into your life. But again, money is like an ocean. Addition to you does not mean subtraction to them. And then what you'll notice too is that broke people who actually have an income, for some reason, they're like the easiest people to sell to. They'll always have money to give to you. Because the thing is, like, they're so bad at money that they just spend their money all over the place. So whether you sell them or not, they're still going to stay in that same habit. Nothing's going to change them. So it's not up to you to fix their money problems. And it's not slimy for you to go and sell them something that's actually going to be of benefit to them. And by the way, I'm saying all this stuff, but like, again, I used to be like that too. I used to actually be scared to sell people stuff, even if I knew the stuff would actually help them. So all of this being said, let me share with you a few exercises that I learned from Jason Capital back then, I think in 2020. And this really helped me. Like, it truly helped me, like, remove the brakes of money from my life. Once I actually did these few exercises, like, money just started to flow. And it's just because of the mindset. And it truly is because of the mindset. Because again, you'll see two people going into dropshipping, but one of them fails, the other succeeds. The one that fails has a poor mentality. The one that succeeds has a rich mentality. So mentality is super important. That's why I'm making these videos. So anyway, I want you to look at these sentences, okay? Look at them and then just try to like fill them in the blank. Now I know school does this sometimes and they were like fill it in the blank and all that stuff. But listen, there is no wrong answers with this. So the first answer that comes into your brain, like the instant answer that comes to your brain, is the answer. Even if it's negative, that's not bad. That means it's good. So for example, if the first sentence here that says, people with money are blank. So if you answered, people with money are greedy, that just tells you how you view the money. So this idea is literally in your own brain, and this is just your brain telling you why you're not making as much money as you should be. Because what happens is that you think having money is greedy, so as a result, you'll never go and try to get more money because your body's not going to do something that's against its personality. You're always going to be aligned with who you are. So if you don't want to be greedy, you won't get money because you don't want to be greedy. But again, look at this for what it is. It's just an idea in your head. It's stories made up in your head. It's not fact. It's not logic. It's just stories and emotions in your head. And again, don't worry, even if your answer is negative, once again, it's not bad. It's just showing you the weeds in your brain, the weeds in your personality. So you just gotta take them out. Now, what's really funny is after you fill all these sentences out, so let's just say like the first sentence again, like people with money are greedy. Let's just say that. So just replace the word money with something else. Like, let's just replace the word money with socks, for example. So people with socks are greedy. Like, do you understand me? Do you see how silly this whole thing is? Like, what's so different between socks and money? They're both tools with benefits. So it's just, you have so much like made up stories on this piece of paper, man. You don't have the same stories on like the socks. I don't have socks around me right now. But why aren't you having the same stories, made up stories, on a sock or socks? Why is it on just this piece of paper? Again, it's because of the programming, man. Ever since you were young, your family, your parents, like your school, they all conditioned you this way. That's why 90% of the society, they're all broke. Even if they're making like good income, they're still broke. Now, what's really funny is that if society replaced money with socks, you'll have the same exact made up stories and the same exact emotions on socks. I'd have to basically make this entire video, and then instead of saying money, I'll be saying socks the entire video. Because again, this is just a piece of paper. This is just socks. Like, understand this for what it actually is. And it's just a thing. So what you have to do is, bro, you just have to go back to neutral. That's it. And it's actually going to help if you start calling money socks. Like, bro, just the other day, actually, I got 10,000 socks in my bank account. It just got deposited to my bank account. 10,000 socks, bro. Do you see how silly this is, bro? And it's also very funny because you can't even come and say, I made 10,000 socks. I didn't make 10,000 socks. I got 10,000 socks. So I didn't make $10,000. I got $10,000. It also fixes your language because you don't make money. You don't make this thing. You just basically get it from other people. So what does that tell you? It brings me to my second point. Money is value times skill. So once you understand money for what it actually is, it's not these made up stories that you have in your head or these emotions that you attach to this thing. These are basically weeds in your personality that you have to take out. So again, fill out the sentences, fill in the blank. This is going to reveal to you why you're not making enough money. And then once you neutralize the feelings towards money, you'll notice it's a lot easier to get because you're looking at it for what it actually is. And to my Muslim brothers, man, again, the biggest sin is associating partners with Allah. Once you start putting too much importance on money, once you can't even watch me rip this $100 bill because you have too much emotions attached to it, this should just tell you, man, you're putting your trust in something other than Allah. And this is an issue. This is an issue with a lot of the Muslim people right now. I'm saying that because I've been there too. And it's so hidden because you don't actually realize that you are associating partners with Allah. Once again, I always say this in every video. Why do we say Allahu Akbar? Allah is greater. Allah is greater than this thing, man. Go back to that. Remember that. Neutralize those feelings and take those feelings and put them to Allah. Like, fear is only supposed to go towards Allah. Respect is only supposed to go towards Allah. If you're like a money disrespecter, it's okay. I'm not saying like I disrespect money. I'll probably even go back after the video and then tape this. It's okay. And me ripping this does not mean I'm like an ungrateful person. I just need to like literally tattoo in your brain that the only God is Allah. This is not God. Stop thinking this is God. Stop becoming a slave to this thing. Anyway, if you want to see me start getting 10,000 socks a month, you can click on this video right here. Again, this is just socks, man. It's socks.